Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the new Garmin Venu 3 and some of the smartwatch features. So I'm just going to be covering a few features today, make it kind of a quick video. There's plenty of videos from some of the big watch reviewers out there about all of the sports features of the new Venu 3. And basically it's just a successor to the Venu 2 Plus that Garmin has had for the last few years. So what makes this watch special is that it has more smartwatch features than any other Garmin watch available. So for example, this Garmin Epix Pro Gen 2 51mm Sapphire, this is probably one of the best watches you can buy from Garmin, does not have the smartwatch features that the Venu 3 watch has, and that may be why a lot of you are interested in it, because it has all of the good Garmin sports tracking, so running, swimming, biking, all that type of activities that you can record. It also has some smartwatch features, so there's not a lot out there on those, so I wanted to show you what those look like. So you're going to get the most functionality out of the watch if you are running it with an Android phone. So for those of you with an Android phone, basically go through the pairing process. You download the Garmin Connect app. It walks you through the pairing process, and then we're ready to go with the watch. Now, I just bumped the activity button. You can see it is a nice interface. I did notice that out of the box, I wasn't really crazy with how the watch is just functioning. I mean, part of it is because I'm used to much better Garmin watch, but the touchscreen is kind of, you can see, it's kind of laggy, slow to respond. And I did update the firmware because I thought maybe that would be the problem. There was a firmware update available, and it didn't seem to really help. So just know, there's a host of built-in watch faces. The screen is nice. It's pretty clear and crisp. You'll definitely want to get some kind of protection for it, though, because it is kind of raised in the middle, Gorilla Glass 3. One thing I noticed right away, so the battery life claims on this new watch are up to 14 days in smartwatch mode. And I'm going to show you something here. So kind of want to read the fine print. So if we change our watch face, we're going to change our watch face here to this. This is kind of a non-Garmin watch face, but it has your battery day estimation in days. If you're like me, I like having an always-on display on. So if we go in here and we turn on, you saw it said 13 days, and that's because I'm at 89% battery life. So if I go into settings, system, display, we're going to general use, we're going to turn on the always on display. Then we back out. We've gone from 13 days down to 3 days of estimated battery life when using the always on display. So that just barely puts this watch, as far as battery life, above something like the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro or the Apple Watch Ultra. So keep that in mind. Garmin is pulling off, better battery life, I'd say, and I'd say it's probably actually going to last longer than 3 days. But just keep in mind, it's not that much better. So what you have to decide if you're buying this to be your smartwatch is, are the smart features enough? So real quick before I get into the smart features, I just do want to say that the Venu 3 does have the latest generation heart rate sensor. You can see, just like the Epix Pro and the Phoenix 7X Pro, with the latest generation heart rate sensor, which does look like it will have future support for an EKG, even though they're not saying anything about that right now, because it does have the EKG sensor on both of these watches. That's another thing that's missing from this that was on the Venu 2 Plus. All right, so now to the smartwatch features. So might be why a lot of you are buying this watch. It's what kind of piqued my interest, because even on the Epix Pro Gen 2 it has a touch screen, and when you get a text message, it basically will show you the message, and it will let you reply only with the pre-selected replies that you set up when you start, just like going all the way back to the beginning of these Garmin watches. Whereas this one, it does have a keyboard that will allow you to reply. So I'll show you that right now. Let me compose a message here, and I'll be sure to compose a message with a image. Okay, so we just got it. Our message says, "Hi, how are you?" Oh, here comes the picture. So you can see it does show an image. I did have a couple times where it said there was an image and I had to click the download button, and it took quite a while for it to show up, but it seems to kind of be working itself out. Okay, so if I want to reply to this, I can go down here and I have to hit these. You can see what that look like. So you can either slide up or just hit the three dots. And these are my options: dismiss, reply, view conversation, call, block app. So obviously we want to reply. So you can just select from the pre-selected messages, or it says keyboard. Okay, so this is your keyboard. There's no swipe. There's no, if you're used to other smartwatches, there's not a full keyboard. It's like our old-fashioned T9 style keyboards, you can say. And then what's really annoying is every character you type, your phone will beep, trying to bring up an on-screen keyboard on the phone. But I guess, you know, this is better than nothing. It does allow you to not have your watch or your phone out. I guess if it was like in the other room or something and you just wanted to send your message. Okay, so it vibrates like crazy just to tell you it sent the message, and then I got it on my phone. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, one other problem I kind of found with this was the call quality. Alright, so you can see we've got a call coming in here. We'll click answer. Alright, this is a test. Now this is an in call here, so our options are our volume, which is turned up all the way. And so compared to like my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, this is extremely quiet. But it does work. You kind of have to hold it close to you so you can hear it. And then go back. You can enter DTMF tones. And then if we slide down, you can transfer it to your phone, or we can end the call. Okay, so just to show you how that works, you can do that. It also will work with your, like especially with the Android phone, your voice assistant. So I have mine set up to work with Google, and the Venu 2 Plus did this. So, what time is it?
It's 5:09 p.m.
So as you can see, it works with your phone's assistant, in my case, Google. All right, so that's kind of a quick overview. I really wanted to show you that keyboard though, because if you've had a smartwatch like an Apple Watch or a Galaxy Watch, especially with the new Wear OS, this still feels very kind of chintzy, but it is a big start. I really wish they would add the functionality to the Epics just to respond to a text. It could even be the same type of keyboard as that. Maybe that'll come in a future release, I hope, because it does have a touchscreen. It's a much better touchscreen than this one, so I don't know why they don't have that capability. I understand this doesn't have a speaker or a microphone, but just to respond to a text or to see the image on the display like you can do in here would be good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you one more time what that looks like to get a text message. Picture of a watch. A new picture. Alright. So you can see it does work. Sent the picture. You can't really zoom in or anything. You can just see that much of it. And again, if we reply, you can pick one of your pre-selected ones, or we have our 1990s keyboard here. But it is a start. I will say this is the only, Garmin watch that can do this, so it's kind of cool, especially, when you combine it with all of the other, built-in apps that Garmin has. This does have the pulse ox, meter, the advanced heart rate detection. So it's not a bad little watch for the price. But again, we're getting to the territory where if, like the Galaxy Watch, they have a new Galaxy Watch Pro that has a better battery, or if Google Wear can optimize their battery usage a little bit more, they're going to be on par, and their fitness apps are getting much better. So the question is, will this watch replace, is the smartwatch features in this watch enough to make me not want to use my Epix Gen 2 Pro? No, it's not. So this is the watch. You just have to make that determination, whether you want a smartwatch or whether you want a sports watch with notification capabilities. So this will show me that I'm getting a call and who it is. It will show me in my text messages. I can reply to simple ones. Hopefully Garmin adds some functionality to this in the future, since it's basically its flagship watch. The Venu 3, if you've never had a Garmin before, or you've never had a smartwatch before, or you're really just trying to find a balance and you think what I just showed you is good enough, this will probably be good enough for you. Now, if you have an iPhone, you're not going to be able to see pictures. It's going to be a little more limited. So I'm not even going to bother to show that to you, because you're not going to have the capability. Apple has locked it down so much, they really only want you to use your Apple Watch with their iPhones. Alright, so I just wanted to keep this quick. Just a video showing you basically the smartwatch capabilities of the new Garmin Venu 3. If you think this is something you like, I'll have a link in the description below where you can buy the watch. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comments section below. I'll do my best to answer any questions you might have. If the video helped you out, be sure to like it, subscribe. It really helps me out. And until next time, thanks for watching.